They came out about Zenless, and we did track story. So hopefully you enjoy this. Yes, my tempo is not done yet. I'm gonna play for a minute, so see what happens. Perfect timing, Junior. I was just about to call for you. You got a minute? There's something I want to do.
Junior, you remember Damien, right? The head of Porcelumex in Wife Peninsula. He sent someone to us with a banquet invitation.
A banquet invitation? Judging by the looks on your faces, I thought he had sent some sort of legal notice.
He wouldn't dare. If it weren't for all of us from Yunque Summit helping him take care of the Exaltists, he wouldn't be living the good life now. But as for the invitation, it does seem to have a connection with the corruption incident.
Here's the situation. Even though Top suppressed any media about the Exaltists causing chaos in Wife Peninsula, news had already spread citywide. The production of Porcelume is super important, and neither Tops nor Porcelumex can pretend that nothing happened. So, over the next 2 weeks, Tops will lead a security investigation in Wife Peninsula and urge a swift return to business as usual.
But what does the security investigation have to do with the banquet?
Think about it, Junior. With an investigation happening, many relevant people will have to come to Wife Peninsula. Porcelumex has to fulfill its duties as a host and entertain everyone. Although the security investigation doesn't involve Yunque Summit, that Damien kid is pretty cunning. He'll leverage all his connections and resources to get closer to us.
Senior Shuyuan told me that right after the corruption incident was over, Damien sent a generous gift, but Shifu turned it down. We were just discussing whether we should attend this banquet. Shifu doesn't want Yunque Summit to get too close to Porcelumex, and honestly, I have to agree. But since we're operating in Wife Peninsula, we still have to do our best to maintain a working relationship with Damien.
If you ask me, now is the perfect time to attend such a banquet.
Huh? Why's that?
Shifu and Senior Shuyuan returned to Yunque Summit a while ago and won't be back anytime soon. If the three of us attend the banquet, it'll show Damien some respect without drawing too much attention. Besides, he already knows Shifu isn't around, so it's not like she's deliberately avoiding him.
Wait a second. What about Senior Fufu?
Well, yesterday we happened to learn that she had failed her arithmetic course, so Shifu called her back overnight for remedial lessons. I'm afraid she won't be able to make the banquet this time.
I didn't expect the academic standards at Yunque Summit to be so strict. Getting back to the point, I think your reasoning earlier makes a lot of sense. We should go to the banquet.
I agree. Besides, I have a feeling that there'll be some pretty influential guests at the banquet. We might be able to gather some useful information.
All right, it's settled then. We'll do Porcelumex a favor and attend the banquet.
Alright, suppose the banquet is set for tomorrow night at Banquet Hall, second floor of Yum Chansun. Let's meet up in front of Yum Chansun then? Okay. Chapter 2, Episode 2. The impending crashing of waves. The next day, after taking care of some personal matters,
Belle and Senior Yinhu must have gone to Yamcha-sin. Better go meet them there.
you should have took your sweet time getting here. Seeing you, Yamcha, and I was starving. Yeah. There we go. I saw some premium tangerine, Belle. entering pill the other day and couldn't help but splurge on it. Been pinching pines ever since, but now it's finally time to treat myself with peace. To be honest with you, I actually skipped lunch just for this meal. Weren't you acting all cool yesterday? Hey, since you're coming anyway, we can't let Galaxies off easy, right? Now everyone's here, let's roll. Welcome to Young Jing-Sing, esteemed guest of Park Salon. Please head to the banquet hall on the second floor. To the banquet. Wow, so many people. Looks like this Wi-Fi Peninsula security inspection was a pretty big deal. Yeah, you've got a point. Even without Exalted, Scratch, and Call, there's still a lot of conflict between the workers and Luxium regarding work safety. It would be great if we could resolve these problems as well. Since Damien said, let's go say hi. Invitation. Hey Junior, your senior is going to have pass on this one. Just done vibe with the Damien kids, so I'll spare myself a headache. Yeah, Wise and I can handle it. Just focus on food and try to eat enough for Shifu and the others too. Wise, let's go. Demons over there. Maybe some future characters here. She looks important. I see that. And she's named too.
Ah, the mystics from Yunque Summit have arrived. As the host, having at least you two and Master Pan show up for this dinner banquet is truly an honor.
Judging from your tone, are you upset that our Shifu isn't here?
Not at all. You're all disciples that Ishwen Shifu trusts deeply. Even from afar in Yunque Summit, she entrusted you to attend on her behalf. This in itself is a gesture I can appreciate. Please, make yourselves at home tonight and enjoy the banquet. If there's anything you'd like to eat that's not being served, just let me know directly.
With so many people here for the security investigation, do you still have time to worry about our dinner?
It's part of my responsibility to take care of the guests. But I understand what you mean, Master Wise. Considering that the Exaltists appeared in Wi-Fi Peninsula, and Porsalumex is responsible for security, I might seem a bit too relaxed. To be honest with you both, although my official title is General Manager of Porsalumex and Wi-Fi Peninsula, my main responsibility is actually overseeing production. Hollow Security was originally managed by someone else, who was appointed by corporate executives. Though, of course, they have since been relieved of that responsibility.
I see now. No wonder you were so willing to provide us with clues earlier. It wasn't your head on the chopping block. It seems like it won't be long before you have too.
Come now. No need to be cheeky. Things have been rather difficult for me. I'm lucky just to be holding on to my current role, especially with how nerve-wracking it's been getting everything ready for the security investigation. But after seeing the guest list with my own eyes earlier, I finally felt a bit of relief.
Oh? Why is that?
Ha! Why don't you have a look for yourselves? There are quite a few guests at tonight's banquet, but in reality, they all fall into just a few categories. All these elegantly dressed guests are senior officials from TOPS. The fact that everyone who was invited has turned up is a clear indicator that the connection between TOPS and Porsalumex remains strong. Their presence allows us to demonstrate to the military and government that TOPS is fully committed to the safety of Waifei Peninsula. We also sent invitations to the relevant city government departments, but no one showed up, which suggests that the government doesn't want to get involved in the sensitive matters happening between TOPS and the military and Waifei Peninsula. They would prefer to steer clear and let us work things out on our own.
I heard that TOPS and the military often have conflicts regarding Porsalume issues, but it seems the situation is even worse than I expected.
It is a serious matter, but not something we avoid discussing. The military is the biggest buyer of Porsalume, and by controlling Waifei Peninsula, TOPS essentially controls their most critical resource. So, it would prove quite difficult if the military chooses to take this chance to cause trouble.
It seems that knowing the identities of the military guests here today is key to understanding the situation.
Correct! Do you see that lady over there? She's the military's representative.
But she's not wearing a Defense Force uniform. Isn't this supposed to be a formal event?
That's because Missy Zolda is not a military officer. She's a research consultant. Instead of sending high-ranking officers, they hired a civilian to attend, which sends a clear message. They don't intend to investigate this matter further. Of course, though production was limited after the corruption incident, Porsalumex didn't delay any orders from the military. So, it appears they have acknowledged our sincerity.
I see. There's no more pressure from TOPS' executives, the government, or the military. But who are the remaining guests? There are quite a few older individuals here too.
Those are members of the inspection team, leading experts in the ether industry. They'll be overseeing the security investigation while providing us with valuable insights. It took great effort to invite these academic giants.
Dear guests, may I have your attention for just a moment? It is my pleasure to welcome each and every one of you here today.
Looks like it's time for the real hosts to give their speech.
Dear guests, thank you for coming to Phylum Heights to participate in the Waifei Peninsula security investigation. I am Lucro, Co-Chief Executive Officer of the Porsalumex Group.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Ferox, also Co-Chief Executive Officer.
I've seen Lucro and Ferox on TV before. They run Porsalumex together. So are those two your direct superiors?
That's right. After the fall of the old capital, Porsalumex's management went through a major reshuffle. Those two were the ultimate victors, but now they're secretly competing against each other.
Is it okay for you to talk about your superiors like that?
I completely trust both of you, so I feel comfortable speaking openly. The previous head of security was one of Ferox's trusted subordinates, but now he's been dismissed. Both of the big bosses are eager to fill that position with their own people. The reason I was able to become the nominal head of Waifei Peninsula was because I don't belong to either side, so I can't disrupt the balance of power in this competition. But the price of remaining neutral is that I've completely lost any chance of moving up. And if I were to take sides, it could come at a fatal cost, destroying everything I've worked so hard to build.
We will work closely with everyone here to reinforce our security measures and deliver a report to the public that we can be proud of. Ladies and gentlemen, the security investigation will officially begin tomorrow. For now, please relax and enjoy the banquet.
Wow, the big shots have finally finished their speeches. Thank you both for accompanying me. It's the only reason my good mood's still intact. Enjoy the banquet. I've got to go face some heat from my superiors now. If you'll excuse me.
Wise, what should we do now that Damien's left?
I want to look around the banquet hall. After everything Damien said, I'm curious about the guests. He plays things close to the vest, so it's hard to know what to believe.
All right, I'll take a look around too. Catch you later.
Professor Walker, how is your project maintained early coming along? It has real potential. Price too high. Getting headaches every day, funding issues. Let me introduce you. Yes, please, and thank you. No big deal, but you and your star pupil should think about helping me with my research project. Right? Sure will. Man, many experts in the independent team seems to know each other, rather focusing on their duties as part of the inspection team. Everyone seems more interested in their own research projects, but that's only human nature. Whether they get topped as a sponsor, they can really say anything about the affairs. What they good. What critical looks like okay. Hey, why is you out here? Who's a chocolate seed better than start seed? Alright, please wait a moment. I'll head to the kitchen and take care of what. Wait, cool. Okay, no rice. Special guest today. Downstairs rice. Garlic paste. But don't forget to add seed portion and make creamy baked version. Okay, kinda interesting choice. Alright, got it. Wow, straight away. That was a crazy order. Yeah, just getting started. Time to show you what Panda Tyrants are made of. Alright, if you can't finish my food, I can get packing too, right? Yes, of course. Hold up, getting too good. Here, might taste quite as good, but as these top-notch ingredients, I can work something magic. At home, turn it into another amazing meal. Save tons of money too. Listen up, miss. I want 3 portions of each of these guys. Goes feet, long sauce, duck, and trio. Okay, yeah. Everything, yeah. Alright, but I might go make me some food in a minute. Have yet to eat. Who's this guy talking about? This major incident in Wi-Fi Peninsula has caused great alarm. We have betrayed your trust with our negligence. I know, everyone knows the risk of producing beryllium in the hollow, and who knows, these exaltists might pop up again. It's impressive how Damien and the head of your Wi-Fi Peninsula branch act collectively and pour out of exaltists, preventing even bigger losses. Okay, great to see such a rambunctious young people these days. All thanks to Mr. Lux's consistent guidance. You flatter me, but it's all really thanks to Mr. Lux's keen eye and talent, finding such a gem like this. The two being all familiar with each other. Hey, look at you two being all familiar with each other. We'll spend all day, hundreds of hours just so it's rare we get the head out like this. Let's think of it as a trip, Wife Peninsula, as a little vacation. We're grateful for your kind words. Wife Peninsula isn't quite like a Rona's quarters, so please excuse our humble hospitality. The person hosting, you could anything bless and pray. Okay. Tops guests at the venue, the lights definitely not looking like they're here to hold. There's remain hostile in their exchanges, even in front of Tops executives. And he says he sides with their party, and it seems to be true, but thinking about it, dealing with these two high-ups gives me a stomach ache. Props to him for managing to walk the tightrope. I've already made a round through the banquet hall. It's time to meet up with Belle. Alright, Belle, what are you doing?
Wise, you're back. Find anything interesting?
From what I saw, the security investigation doesn't seem as serious as I imagined. The experts and TOPS representatives were even chatting and laughing together. What everyone cares about isn't the Exaltists, or even the safety of Wi-Fi Peninsula, but how to get the Porcelain supply back on track.
Yeah, I had the same feeling. The security investigation seems more like a ritual for the city's upper circles to align their intentions, and just a way to reassure the public. Even if there are some safety risks with production inside the Hollow, as long as they're not too serious, I'm sure they'll just sweep them under the rug. But, come on, let's not worry about that now. It's not every day Porcelumex is picking up the tab. Let's enjoy the meal. Come on, let's enjoy a proper meal, Wise.
All right.
Wow, the ingredients
Enjoy.
say you're top
My apologies, miss.
It's okay.
I'm terribly sorry.
Excuse me, you dropped something.
Huh? Oh, sorry about that.
Here.
Thank you both very much. Oh, you're with the safety inspection team. Wow, you look so young. And you're already an expert in the ether industry? Sorry, I must excuse myself. Did I say something wrong?
Young lady, seems you're completely at a loss.
If I'm not mistaken, you're the military research consultant.
That's right. My name's Isolde. That girl and I are both decorative props. Just here for show.
After learning about the investigation team, Miss Isel, you bid her goodbye and have a delicious dinner. Late that night, Crane welcomes the banquet, had an inn and luxury suite prepared by Crane for an inspection team.
The time fields. Not only one of the oldest noble families in New Eridu, but also a renowned name in the field of science. The patent for the anti-corruption medicine widely used on the market today belongs to your grandfather. If this respected and prestigious surname appears on the investigation team roster, the citizens will surely feel more at ease.
You flatter me. It's just that my grandfather is seriously ill right now, so I really don't think he can handle this.
You misunderstand me. As I just said, all I need is this surname to appear on the list. Aren't you a time field as well?
But I'm just a student. I'm nothing like my grandfather.
Miss, I'm sure you've heard that the corruption outbreak in Wi-Fi Peninsula is closely tied to the failure of anti-corruption medicine. Porcelumex has every right to file a lawsuit against your family and hold you accountable. The reason? Your family concealed major risks involved in the purification process of the medicine.
That's complete nonsense. It was clearly the Exaltists who...
So what? The media doesn't care about the truth. They just want to see a once honorable family brought to ruin. Miss, the honor of the Timefield family now rests entirely on your shoulders. Think carefully, for your ailing grandfather's sake. I wouldn't want anything unfortunate to happen to the old man either.
Grandpa, did I make a mistake? What should I do? What's going on? What's that?
A few minutes later, Sora and Temple.
You're up to?
I was just dreaming. You told Eos to learn the drums and set them up right in the middle of the store, saying it would attract customers. But no customers showed up. Just a bill from the bank. Thank goodness it was just someone knocking on the door.
Wise, how little do you trust me? I'd never do something like that. Besides, there's no way Eos's little legs could ever reach the pedals. Forget that ridiculous dream already. Signorine Hu went to answer the door. Let's go and check what's going on. There must be something urgent if someone's showing up at this hour. Master Pun, that glowing thing freely appeared outside my window. I swear on the honor of the Timefield family.
Let's put the vows away for now, Missy. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people swearing oaths on this and that. I believe what you said is true. Why else would you have come all the way here in the middle of the night, right? But I really couldn't follow all that about a boom and shadow crooked by 20 degrees. Sure, we at Yunque Summit practice mystic arts, but ghost hunting and monster chasing aren't exactly our specialty.
To be precise, it was crooked by 22 degrees to the left. I remember that clearly. But I admit I was a bit abrupt earlier. My apologies. It's not that I've misunderstood the mystic arts. I've come because a friend told me that Mr. Wise and Miss Bell are currently staying here, and she trusts them.
We're here, Signorine Hu. What's going on?
Oh, perfect timing. You two are just who Miss Timefield is looking for.
What? You're Mr. Wise and Miss Bell?
Hi. I'm Wise, and this is my sister Belle.
Hi! Didn't expect we'd meet again. All right, Wise, stop staring at me. I know I shouldn't have said that. I see. So, you spotted an unidentified glowing object outside your window and came here for help. But I didn't expect Lucy to be the one who sent you. To be honest, Ms. Montefiore and I both attended the Celestia School for Girls. Even after she broke ties with her father and left without a word, we've still always kept in touch. Actually, I had planned to ask Porcelumix's staff for help with this, but it's late, and I couldn't get in touch with anyone. I can't share all the details, but I'm afraid that by morning, something this strange will just be brushed off and not taken seriously.
After hearing rumors that Alice might only be on the inspection team because of her family name, I asked Fairy to look into the Timefields. Turns out she's likely here in place of her grandfather, who's fallen ill. We're not sure what exactly happened, but Alice was probably threatened by them. In any case, Porcelumex clearly doesn't take her seriously. The way they're treating her so differently from the other guests is really going over the line.
Since Ms. Montefiore spoke so highly of you both, I'd like to ask for your help in investigating the unidentified objects that appeared outside my window. As agreed, I'll be staying in Wi-Fi Peninsula for another 2 weeks. And if this issue isn't settled, it's going to be a real problem.
Hey, Wise, what do you think?
Since she's a friend of Lucy's, we should help her out. Our last encounter was a bit awkward, but it was mostly on our end.
Do you charge per case? Or perhaps you work on a daily or hourly rate? If it's about the commission fee, please don't worry. My Ether Dynamics tutor used to charge for every 5 minutes in each lesson.
Oh, that's no problem. No problem at all. You came here for help, and you're even a friend of someone we know. Of course we'll lend a hand. Don't worry. Here at Yunque Summit, we're not only skilled in the mystic arts, we're also good at tracking things down and getting to the bottom of mysteries.
Senior Yinhu, you just assumed we would take the job.
Hey, come on now. What do you mean, speaking on your behalf, huh? Let me tell you, the Timefield family isn't just loaded, they're on a whole nother level. Whether Beeline and the others get paid leave, and whether Senior Fufu gets to eat meat next month, all depend on you two now.
Seriously? Now you're guilt-tripping me?
Miss Timefield, why don't you stay with us tonight? Get a good night's rest, and after breakfast tomorrow, Junior Wise will go with you to investigate.
Are you both really willing to take this commission? Please don't feel obligated if you'd rather not get involved with the people Porcelumex have brought recently.
You can rest assured, Miss Timefield. We'll accept the commission and investigate with you starting tomorrow.
Thank you so much. I'll be staying here tonight then.
Let's run back to rooms. Okay, so we just got guilt tripped into accepting a commission by a senior. You know, senior activity. Go to sleep now. Investigation, tomorrow. Go to bed, here I come.
Good morning, Mr. Wise. Sorry for causing trouble by showing up so late last night.
No problem. You came to us for help, and really, no need to be so formal. Just call me Wise.
Alright. Then, please, feel free to call me Alice.
How did you sleep last night? feeling rested?
Oh, I'm alright. Thanks for your concern. It's just... the scrolls hanging in the room were all tilted by 2 to 10 degrees, and when I was about to sleep after fixing them, I noticed that the 2 vases by the bed didn't match. Sorry, you have to see this side of me. This nitpicky habit of mine is a disgrace to my family's name.
Oh, no. It's not that bad. The Suebian Temple just lives up to its name.
Thank you for understanding. By the way, about that thing I saw outside my window last night, if you don't mind, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
How about we take a look around the lower floor of your building first? Since it appeared outside your window, there might be leads outside.
Okay, sure. Good thing you suggested starting outside. Honestly, I'm a bit ashamed to admit it, but I don't dare step back into that room until we know exactly what I saw.
Mr. Wise, I learned. Shall we head out to investigate the area below the building? Let's go now.
Alice, let's talk about last night. You said you heard a soft thump followed by a loud bang.
Yes, and it went pitch dark outside the window. I pulled back the curtains and saw large slanted shadows, and there was a glowing skeleton stuck between the shadows and the glass.
Here we are. I'm staying to the left, right here. The influx areas of tops, the inspection team ran out of rooms in their guest building, so I was arranged to stay here instead. Ground over here, all kinds of items scattered around. Check it out. A bunch of miscellaneous items are scattered on the floor, empty cans, soil, anything around. Don't remember seeing any pillow crabs here either. Also, there's something in the fish. Certainly. Sandra. He's our butler. Sorry. Went off. Tangent. Glad you want to check. Straight down. You want to check. It was because you not only look at me when I had nowhere else to go, took me in when I had nowhere else to go, but you also have been really sweet. Feel at ease around. Oh, I remember something after that skeleton and huge tilted shadow floated by outside the window. There was another noise from downstairs. A massive and falling apart. That's an important clue. Below the flowers, quite a bit. Flower Alice window. Maybe have scattered Alice fell around. Okay. This guest house where Alice lives. Let's look around. Carefully clues. So you lived on. Which window did you see the shadow at? On the second floor, right, billboard next to the drain pipe at that window. How big was the shadow? Huge, basically covered the entire window. There's nothing near the window that could support such a massive object. Drain pipes and very limited. Dark shadow comes from. Let's see. Is it fine? So I was just talking to myself yesterday. I had was in my room. I kept hearing noises from around here. Turns out there's a construction site not far from mine. Yeah, I can see a huge tower crane. Wait, a tower crane. The overturned drink's grass must have been hit by that flower pot. Overturned drink's grass must have been hit by that flower pot, but a lone box all the way here. Yeah, it's weird for it to just be here. At a close inspection, a number of thin scratches surface of the box. Wait, those look like claw marks for some small animal. Suddenly you're onto something, and before you know it, you lift the box. A teeny footprint. Sparkly thing, glow in the dark. Yeah, sparkly. Glow in the dark paint. Glow in the dark paint. The exact same color as the glowing skeleton I saw last night. That's how we found out, right?
Wise, have you figured out what happened last night? I have some theories after seeing the footprints, but I want to hear your thoughts first.
Let's start by piecing together what we know so far.
First, about that huge shadow. What do you think it was? And how did it end up outside my window?
It was probably from cargo hanging on the tower crane. Cargo was big enough to block the whole window, and the way it vanished without a trace makes sense if we assume it was moved away with the crane. You mentioned hearing a soft thump before the shadow appeared. One of the ropes holding the cargo probably snapped, causing the load to tilt and bump against your window.
Yes, that's what I figured too. Thinking back, the reason I was so certain that it was tilted exactly 22 degrees was because there was a shipping label on the crate. But let's just assume for a moment that it was. Then, what do you think made it fall to the ground?
It was knocked over by the cargo hanging from the tower crane.
But if something that large hit it, wouldn't all the pots have fallen to the ground?
It was probably knocked over by that skeleton that startled you. After the cargo hit your window, the crane lifted it back up, but that little creature couldn't hold on and fell off, landing right on the flower pot.
Right. There must be a reason the flower pot fell. If something as large as the cargo had hit it directly, the whole rack would have come crashing down. The fact that one pot was left on the balcony means it had to be something smaller. Looks like we have the same train of thought. That leaves us with just one remaining question. What was that glowing skeleton?
It's pretty clear. The culprit is whatever animal left those glowing little footprints. Since its paws were covered in phosphorescent paint, the skeleton pattern was probably painted on its body or clothes. There's no phosphorescent paint on the drain pipe, so it's likely the little creature hitched a ride on the cargo and was caught in the crane malfunction, which then caused it to slam into the window. Later, while trying to escape, it knocked over the flower pot. But the exact sequence of events isn't really the point. What matters is this. No matter how clever an animal is, it couldn't have dressed itself up like that.
Which means someone deliberately used it to pull a prank on me. That's going too far. Wise, since it left footprints while fleeing, there must be more tracks nearby. If we follow them, we might be able to find whoever or whatever's behind this. Look over here. The footprints go up the pillar to the overpass.
Let's follow them and check it out.
How could they? I can't believe someone actually used an animal to pull a prank.
The footprints stop here. Did it jump off? Let's go down and take a look.
Heart rate of the client increased to 120 BPM. Here is a proverb. A cornered rabbit will bite.
Harry, you're not helping.
Huh? The footprints disappear here.
Uh-oh, the footprints are all jumbled here.
Where could it have gone? Huh? There it is! Don't let it get away!
Hey, stop! Here, it ran into the shop!
So you were behind yesterday's pranks! The real culprit...
Monato?
What? Yuzuha, visitors.
Coming! What can I get for you? Huh? Oh well. Huh. Guess I got found out after all. Miss, based on what you just said, may I assume that you are the owner of this tanuki? His full name is Kamanosuke, but we call him Kama. Uh-huh. What I mean is, he's not just this tanuki. He has a name. And I'm not Kama's owner. We're just partners. Kama is free to do as he pleases. Excuse me for being presumptuous.
That girl's name is Yuzuha, right? She suddenly changed the subject. Seems like she'll be a tough nut to crack.
It's all right. Kama just said he doesn't mind. So, honored guests, what brings you to Mystic Wares? Looking for anything in particular? I'm Ukinami Yuzuha. Our family runs a well-known porcelain shop in Phylum Heights. We carry all kinds of goods, and any purchase of a second item comes with a 1% discount. All right. Thank you very much. No, wait. We're not here to shop. Miss Ukinami, we don't even know each other. And yet last night, you and your partner played a prank on me that caused me a lot of trouble. Huh? That's a bit of a shock. I thought you'd really appreciate Kama's way of returning the favor. Returning the favor? Sorry, I don't quite follow what you mean. How could you not understand? You were clearly the ones who started the prank in the first place. Porcelumex previously stated they'd thoroughly investigate the safety hazards and give the people of Waifei Peninsula a proper explanation of the accident. Yet somehow they let an unqualified little girl sneak into a team of so-called experts. That's quite the prank if you ask me.
Yuzuha, saying something like that in front of others might be a bit...
Monato, I've been meaning to say this for a while. You having that face and always talking like a goody two-shoes? What a waste.
Excuse me, may I say something? Porcelumex brought in the inspection team just for show. Of course, people are going to feel outraged. It's just that, even with so many well-known experts on the investigation team, none dared to defy Porsalumex. So why place all the blame on Miss Timefield alone?
I see. You're saying I'm just picking the easy target? I remember now. I've seen you before. You were that disciple in training. Wise, from Swabian Temple. Didn't expect you'd be more witty than you look. Anyway, after hearing you out, I realized I didn't think the prank through. Sorry about that. It won't happen again. I really appreciate you saying that. But you don't look so thankful. Are you still so concerned about what happened last night? No, you've misunderstood. I indeed joined the supervisory investigation team. And though there are reasons I can't fully explain, as a descendant of the Timefield family, I won't forgive myself for my mistakes just because you apologized. I only hope you'll take back what you said about me being unqualified. The Timefield family has always upheld strict discipline. Both my grandfather and father were scholars in the ether industry, and I've received a systematic education in hollow and ether studies from an early age under their guidance. Monato, what's with this person? She seems just as weird as you.
How would I know? And for the record, I'm not weird at all.
So from the sound of it, you're pretty confident in your knowledge. Then, do you know what this strange piece of porcelain is?
This looks more like a shard of some kind of device rather than porcelain. Also, was it just my imagination? Or did I suddenly sense an unpleasant aura coming from it? Something similar to the presence of a sacrifice.
Oh, that's a shard of a large obscura.
Obscura?
Yes, an obscura is a type of experimental reactor vessel made with high-purity porcelain as its outer shell. Due to the unique properties of porcelain, when etheric matter is placed inside obscura, it can slowly come into contact with the air. This allows researchers to observe how ether behaves once it leaves a hollow. Although an obscura is a rather expensive piece of lab equipment, there's nothing strange about it. This shard hasn't been coated with the outer layer yet. It was probably damaged during manufacturing.
Damaged during manufacturing? So there is something wrong with this thing.
See, Monato? I told you my instincts were spot on. Who would have thought we'd figure out what this thing is in such an unexpected way? What a stroke of luck!
What were you all talking about?
We suspect that someone at Porsalumex has been illegally producing high-value porcelain items inside the hollow, items not listed in the official registry. Simply put, they publicly claim to be producing low-value products. Workers' wages and even the reported profits are all calculated based on that. But in reality, someone's pocketing the difference for themselves.
Exactly. The Obscura isn't a regular product of the Wi-Fi Peninsula factory, so its appearance here clearly points to shady dealings going on inside the hollow.
Where did you find the shard?
We found it in a batch of materials delivered to our shop from Siloom Bay. The residents there collect discarded porcelain from the hollow, and my father uses the scraps to make handicrafts. Let's go, Monato! We're heading to Siloom Bay! If we can trace this shard back to its source, we'll have enough evidence to expose the corruption inside Porsalumex and give them a real scandal to deal with. Wait a moment. Are you sure it's okay to just say your whole plan out loud like that? It's fine. You're a scaredy cat. No way you'd snitch to Porsalumex. Wait, you wouldn't, right? Of course not! But not because I'm afraid. descendant of the Timefield family, I would never stoop to something so dishonorable. Wise, it seems you still have some questions for Miss Ukinami regarding the Obscura. Apologies, but given my current position, I'm afraid it wouldn't be appropriate for me to hear any further details. So please excuse me for now. Thank you for helping resolve the issue. I'll have the payment for the commission sent over promptly.
You didn't leave with that fancy girl. Do you have something to ask us?
Can I come with you to Sailoon Bay for the investigation? I'm curious about the origin of that shard. Besides, I can help if you're heading into the Hollow.
No problem. You're more than welcome to join us. Wow, today's our lucky day. Not only did we find a lead, but we even had a proxy who's an expert at handling miasma just show up at our door.
Don't lay it on too thick, Yuzuha. You don't want to scare Wise away. Still, we have no reason to turn down the proxy's help. So, we'll be counting on you from now on.
Monito, if your tail wasn't wagging like an electric fan right now, I'd give you a perfect score for how mature you acted.
Sorry to get say hi earlier. Alright, to get worried about Yuzuha's around. Get worried on him. You know what the heck, Monotone is so mean. Teams seem pretty familiar with each other. We're close now. Classmates, though we've got tons of students from Wafe Peninsula, standout characters like Monotone are pretty rare, and those who are both eye-catching and genuinely nice people are even rarer. See? So you decided to investigate that. See? Don't just go along with what she says. Actually, Yuzuha was one who wanted to investigate, but I also think we can't let Frolixium get away with this with a slap on the wrist. Anyway, let's head to Celium's Bay and ask around. Speak of Solemn Bay, what kind of place is it? An area near the shore below Fulimial Heights in the path in post-Luma and maintained for the Hollows waste there first. Not quite a few residents moved in. Elevated stadium temple entrance get straight to the Salium Bay. Should be fixed from last week. Been fixed last week. The elevator goes. Yeah, I've seen a repair notice before. Let's check it out. Wait, can I pet that dog? Oh, so small is it? You're so adorable. Alright, that's what we're doing. Lock in. Oh.
The elevator's still out of service, but I heard the repairs were already finished.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Though the repairs have been completed, some facilities and services, like the Wi-Fi cable car, have recently been suspended due to safety concerns.
Safety concerns? What exactly do you mean?
Sorry. I don't know much about the specifics since the Wi-Fi cable car is operated under Porsalumex. You can contact their service hotline. Customer support will be able to provide you with more detailed information.
Then, is there another way to get to Sailoon Bay?
As far as I know, there aren't any other routes available at the moment.
What a shame. I heard Sailoon Bay is on the seaside, and the scenery at sunset is supposed to be stunning.
If it's a seaside view you're after, you could take the cable car to Lemnian Island. It offers a close view of the Hollow, And since Porsalumix has staff stationed there, it's fairly safe.
Are you saying the edge of the Hollow is somehow safer than a seaside residential area?
No. That's not what I meant.
I'm not trying to be difficult. Since I can't get to Siloam Bay, I suppose I'll just wander around the area for a while.
Thank you so much for your understanding.
Looks like the elevator's still out of service.
Siloam Bay is home to many who were left homeless after the fall of the old capital. Their living conditions aren't great, and they handle most of the hardest and most dangerous jobs in the Hollow. If the inspection team were to catch wind of something sensitive from the locals there, it'd be a real headache for Porsalumix. So they went ahead and blocked the road entirely.
There must be other ways to get to Siloam Bay, right? After all, the elevator wasn't always here.
Exactly. That whole no other route nonsense is just something Porsalumix tells outsiders to fool them.
You can go around the mountain by taking the upper highway, and then head down from the other side. It'll just take a little longer.
It'll just take a little longer. Easy for you to say. We're not all made of pure muscle like you.
I guess I could probably carry both of you together.
Whoa, don't take it so literally. I was just complaining a little. But knowing how thorough that Damien from Porsalumix is, they might have even secured the mountain paths to keep people away from Siloam Bay.
Good point. Yuzuha and I will go check things out first, Wise. Let's meet up later at the mountain highway.
Shortly after Yuzuha and Monotone leave, you return to Saran Temple to observe Shards. Tell Bell what happened. I can sense the etheric matter, but I can't tell if it's sacrificed or not. I hate to admit it, but I guess my perception isn't quite on your level. I barely even use that perception technique Shifu taught me. But I agree with you all. This thing's superstitious, we should definitely look into it properly. Guys, I'll come with you to Stadium Bay using Io. Might be able to help. Let's go together.
I wonder how things are going with Monotone and Yuzuha. Let's go check.
Investigation team is here. I think you've been on a bit. Actually, I think you've been on a bit. You saw that bit edge inside a rich girl. I don't want Wise to think you're a mean person. You didn't care less about that lady. Besides, it doesn't matter if people think I'm mean. You gotta put your habit of worrying about everyone on the back burner. I think that's how we're gonna deal with these controlling security connections. Yeah. Perfect time. As soon as our investigation and demand has an exception taken care of mountains, class 2. He blocked them off and temporarily prohibited any residents from passing through under pretext that remnants of the Exaltus might be trying to escape. And he even got all kinds of security, like patrolling 24/7. Some action guys, Max right now. We got a triple strength normal person. They even get tired of this. This isn't gonna be easy. No, just get it way easier. Use some variabilities. So you're saying you got this killer AI that can perfectly wipe out surveillance footage as long as it's not human controlled. Pretty much it. Pretty much it. You get pretty end, right? Good thing the princess isn't here right now, or she'd definitely be all in. Absolutely not. You cannot do that. You said it, so you don't care. Alright, Wise, let's roll Minito, and I will handle shutting down enemies. You take care of wiping those visual logs. Alright, if we're all set, let's head out.
We just have to follow this railway track to get to Siloon Bay. Watch out! There's security mechs patrolling up ahead.
Game looks beautiful.
We've got enemies.
Enemy causing sweet candies.
Don't go too hard, Monito, or people will notice the damage.
Yeah, Monito.
Can we implant the mech with memories of accidentally falling or something?
Not even close.
The agent's suggestion.
All done. Let's go.
Hold on. Come with me for a sec.
Ever since we set out, I've had a feeling someone's been telling us. Fairy, can you feel that? Sorry, there's no available video recording device on this mountain path. Who on earth could it be? They're coming.
Oh, it's you.
Alice, don't be afraid. It's us.
Wise! It's you! You frightened me.
You were the one sneaking around behind us. And yet you got so scared like that. So what are you doing here?
Ms. Ukinami? Mr. Komano? I'd like to help you with the Obscura investigation. I gave it some thought after heading back. If I'm part of the investigation team, but can't do anything, I wouldn't be able to ever forgive myself.
In case you forgot, you were brought in by Porsalumex. If they ever discovered you helped us, things could end badly for you. And if you always worry too much about living up to other people's standards, you'll only grow up to be a useless person someday.
You're worried Porsalumex might come after her, right? Still, you might have gone a little too far with your warning just now.
Nobody asked for your opinion.
We appreciate it, Alice, but don't force yourself.
Thank you, Wise. Don't worry about me. Mr. Blackwood may be strict, but from what I've heard, he at least honors his contracts. And since what we're investigating isn't related to a safety issue, even if word gets out, I'll have my ways to handle it. Also, while what Miss Ukinami said earlier was fair, at its core, doesn't it still count as just another form of trying to measure up to other people's standards? As a member of the Timefield family, I take full responsibility for my choices. So please,
There's no need to worry. Alrighty, but you heard our plan. After investigating Siloon Bay, we'll likely be heading into the Hollow. That's not exactly the kind of place for a noble lady to take a stroll.
That's even less of a concern. One can't become a proper Hollow scholar without field research, so I've undergone professional sword training and Hollow survival drills since childhood.
Alright then, I've got no objections. What about you, Minato?
Welcome aboard. A patrol mech is approaching. Careful.
Alright, let's see what you've got.
Focus on the target. Okay, I'll take care of it.
You're a real chatterbox, but you handle yourself well in a fight.
Uh-oh, it's people from Porsalumex.
Shh, let's try to avoid them and take a detour. As if all those security mechs weren't enough.
There wasn't a door here before. There must be a recent installation. Let me see. Type trigger alarm. Come over it. And just happen to have a side gig install locking. Working part-time before.
It's not delayed because it's YouTube. So that's when you were so busy. Now. There's a big... Okay. Oh, yeah, I'll use EOS to access the main move, workbench, and find the passcode.
Do you know how long that delay was? It was a pretty big delay. Great. EOS, passcode, RFBT. It's EOS hacking time. Get hurt. Attack time? Bad.
What are you fighting?
Just trying to hurt, right? It's hacking time. I'll show you the power of EOS in the simple mechanics. If it loads.
Second assistant,
oh no.
You have successfully entered the Marcel maze.
Wise was always the one jumping around with EOS before. EOS's tiny legs can jump that high?
Master has expressed a similar assessment.
I see something interesting. Look at EOS. He makes such adorable noises. Look at this little man. Oh my god, he's so okay, let's go. I'm not restricted.
What do you do?
I kind of forgot. I'm just looking for coins now.
Find a way to open a closed door.
But the coins, though, look at how shiny they are. Look, it's more over here.
You gotta try to find the door.
I am looking for the door very intensely right now. It's running! Speed!
Is that a checkpoint?
I think so. Wait, you telling me I could have skipped this? Could just came up here. What's beyond this place? Alright, instead of this, I am kind of curious now. How curious you may say? Curious enough to see.
Please don't jump. Oh.
Okay.
Don't jump.
Okay, I may have made a mistake. But
I
don't.
told you not to jump.
Nah, it can't be though. It can't be though. See, look, if I just do this, right? It's just myself to Evelyn. It worked! I'm smart! I could have did this at the beginning!
Just look for the door.
I did it.
What was that?
There was a button. You gotta press the button.
Door was a button?
The door was always a button.
Why don't play Zone Zero?
See, you don't press the button.
With the rest of your users.
Great job, Belle. Let's keep going.
Oh my god, look at how crispy these graphics look. They did a graphic upgrade. Look at the surroundings. Look at their effects. Oh my god, they got a little powder, spark.
Keep it up, guys. Once we get past here, it'll be smooth sailing. Focus on the target. Sorry for stealing your spotlight. How much longer until we get to Siloam Bay?
Oh my god, you got a great start. Okay.
We're almost there. We cross 2 bridges, follow a short path, and we'll reach the elevator.
And then we're there?
And then we'll be a third of the way there.
Now you see why I sometimes just want to punch it. Right, Wise?
All done. Everyone, let's move.
What brings you here this time?
What's that about? How can I look at the character? Interesting. There's something I'm missing.
I got this, Alice!
So this is Stellum Bay. What a beautiful sight. It's like the booze. Puff puff. Fun, we made it. Man, this mountain goes on forever. Why is it you rest well? It seems like Miss Yuki and the others have found some one selling petroleum materials. Let's head over.
Yuzuha, here to pick up materials for Uncle Balrog again? Seems like you've been the one picking things up these days.
My dad's been having some back pain lately, so I've been running errands for him.
But if you keep skipping school, won't you get expelled?
You're one to talk. Careful, or I'll have Kama replace all your favorite Bubble Pop candy with rubber. Actually, we were supposed to be doing our Hollow internships these days. But since Lemnian Hollow's been unsafe lately, they ended up canceling everything and just marked us all as qualified.
Wow, your luck's still better than ever, huh? My brother failed his Hollow internship 3 times last year. For a while, just seeing the Hollow from a distance made him nauseous. Oh, right! What kind of materials are you picking up today, Yuzuha? Check out this piece of high-grade lumite ore I've got. Ajang snatched it from a white-haired ghost woman in the Hollow just last night.
What? A white-haired ghost woman?
That's right! He was hauling cargo in the Hollow for poor Salumex, and somehow stumbled upon a huge pile of lumite ore. So he started gathering the stones one by one, and then a shaky, wobbly figure started drifting toward him from a distance. It was a ghost woman with long white hair, bird-like wings, and golden feathers. But in the blink of an eye, she vanished. And just then, Ajang suddenly felt a shiver crawl down the back of his neck. Ow! Yuzuha, why'd you flick me? Weren't you the one who said that the most important part of the porcelain business isn't selling goods, but selling stories?
That story was awful. And didn't you go around last week telling everyone you heard strange moaning sounds on the mountain paths nearby? Your story sure changed quick.
That one wasn't a lie. Mello, Dante, and I all heard it, and not just once.
What? Strange moaning sounds? On the mountain path? Uh-huh. You said that one wasn't a lie. Which means the ghost story's mostly made up, right?
You're trying to trick me again. But seriously, Ajang really did get spooked by something all pale and ghosty last night. I'm not making that up.
All right. I'll take this piece off your hands. When my dad turns it into jewelry, I'll give the story a proper rewrite, okay? I promise it'll be weird and thrilling enough. But in exchange, you've got to tell me something. Take a look at this piece. This was part of the last batch delivered to my place. Do you remember who brought it in?
That wasn't one of mine. Probably from Mello or Uncle Afang. Anyways, if there's nothing else, I'm gonna head out.
Let's go. Thanks!
So, are we going to ask them one by one now?
Yeah, let's split up and ask around. Minato and I will go find Uncle Afang. Wise, you go with our little lady here and check with Mello. If it turns out to be his, make sure to get the exact time and place he found the piece. Let's go!
The songbird especially. Alright. Hey, there you are. Are you mellow? Yeah, what's up? Heard you try Percurlium material. Heard you try Percurlium materials around here. Could you take a look at this photo? Have you ever seen this pic before? Yeah, I've seen it before. Really? But you only took a pic. Well, don't believe me? I'll have you know, I've got the best intel in all the city and bay. Of course, we believe you. That's why we came all this way to ask you for your help, little one. Can you tell us about the origins of this Percurlium shard? No way. Can you see I'm busy? Someone broke my toy and trying to fix it. I'm not in the mood to talk. This is a remote control edition City Hunter. I saved up my allowance for a whole year to get this. It's all Dante's fault. Dante's fault. For a kid, this is huge deal. Though it comes from a remote controller toy, I might be able to figure something out. If I could fix your toy, can we work something out? Well, you can fix it. If you really fix it, I'll tell you all about where the Percurlium shard comes from. Okay, so I need to get it. Oh, I need to have everything touched. Did it. Oh, I gotta make it go into 2, okay. Alright, how can I get one? Okay.
Whoa! Awesome! It's really fixed! Hello, little one. Can you tell us where this Porcelain shard came from?
No.
Huh? It's important to keep your word, little one. You understand that, right?
But my mom said Porsalumex doesn't allow outsiders around here these days. So if I see any suspicious strangers, I'm not supposed to talk to them. And I've never seen you before.
We're not actually strangers. We're friends of Mystic Wares, the folks who often come here to collect materials.
That's right! Miss Yuzuha came here with us today. You know, the daughter of Mr. Ukinami Balrog, Mystic Wares' owner.
And you say you're not suspicious. Uncle Balrog's last name is Lee, not Ukinami. You didn't even know that Yuzuha was adopted. How am I supposed to believe anything you say?
So Yuzuha was adopted. No wonder her name is so different from Uncle Balrog's. I thought it had something to do with her mother's side.
You can trust them, Mello. They really did come here with me.
Yuzuha!
You know where this dark piece of porcelain came from, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Dante found it. He thought this piece of porcelain must be valuable, and I said it wasn't. That's how we got into a fight. He broke my toy, and I smashed his Denny gun. Is there something wrong with this piece of porcelain, Yuzuha? Dante didn't get himself into trouble, did he?
Things are a little complicated now, and I'm afraid Dante might be in serious trouble.
Huh? Oh no! What's going on? Can you help him? Wise! I didn't think you had it in you. Your little prank really impressed me. Mello, if you care about Dante this much, you should stop holding a grudge against him, okay?
So it was all a trick, huh? But I get it. I'll make up with him. Gotta run.
Now that we've got some more info, let's hurry and find Dante! Ukinami Balrog! I was dying trying not to laugh earlier. What a ridiculous name! Now I want to tell my dad, just to see his reaction!
Miss Ukinami, I'm truly sorry. We didn't mean to pry into your personal matters.
It's all right. Being adopted is just a fact of life. Besides, for someone like me who had nowhere to go, being taken in by someone as nice as my dad, I'd say I'm pretty lucky, don't you think? What I don't get is, couldn't a family as prestigious as the Timefields send someone else to Waifei Peninsula? Why did it have to be you?
Because there aren't many left of us in the family. My father passed away in an accident years ago, so now it's just me and my grandfather. And he's currently ill.
I see. Seems like things haven't been easy for you either. Anyway, you don't need to dwell on my background. Constantly apologizing makes you seem unsure of yourself. You're a noble lady, and you've had a great education. So, show some confidence, all right?
Yes, I will.
All right, then. Let's get going.
Where's Dante?
It's up there, very close.
Miss Isolde, do you think this Denny gun can be fixed?
Of course. I used to be in the military and have repaired guns much more complicated than this. The trigger link is misaligned, that's all. I'll just take it apart and realign it for you. All right, that should do it. Hand me a Denny, Dante. I'll fire a test shot.
Here you go.
Soldier, fire the plastic Denny from the toy gun.
Well, it seems our 4 friends over there sure know how to stay quiet. Perhaps I'll have to say, the next shot will be a life round!
So, you already knew we were here, Miss Isolde. Since you're a military representative, I didn't expect that you would violate Porcelumex's restrictions to come here.
Taking the initiative, I see. You seem like quite the experienced negotiator, Mr. Wise. But you're right. I came to Siloon Bay in secret, just like the rest of you. Now that we all have a little leverage on each other, how about I start by showing some goodwill? I actually came here to visit Dante's family. His uncle used to be my comrade in the military.
Miss Isolde isn't a bad person, Yuzuha. Don't worry. She's come to visit us every year for as long as I can remember.
I didn't expect you to be a regular visitor here. You had us fooled. When we met you and the elevator technician earlier, we thought it was your first time visiting Waifei Peninsula.
I was sent to show the military's goodwill, so it's best not to cause any unnecessary trouble. I'll be here waiting for Dante's mother to get off work. Feel free to take care of whatever you need nearby.
What's going on? Why is there a crowd in front of our house? Yuzuha? Monato? Oh, Miss Isolde! You're here too?
It's been a while, Aitana.
Yeah, it's already been another year. I can't believe you still made it to Siloon Bay given how strict Porcelumix has become lately. Why haven't you invited everyone inside, Dante? Hey, what are you doing with that gun again? Didn't you promise Mommy that you wouldn't play with that anymore?
But Aya and Mello both have toys. How am I supposed to be friends with them without my Denny gun? And I don't get it. Why don't you want me to grow up and join the Defense Force, Mom? You little stinker! What did you just say? Get back here!
Sorry you had to see that.
Dante said he wants to join the Defense Force someday?
Yeah, he's always asking me to tell him stories about his uncle. To him, his dad is nothing special. It's his uncle who's the real hero. Even though he had never met him.
How have you all been lately?
Well, we're getting by. His father and I both work, and now Dante's old enough to gather porcelain scraps with the other kids and make a bit of money too.
Here, take this. Use it to help with the household expenses.
Is this your money? Or compensation from the Defense Force?
Compensation from the Defense Force.
That's a lie. If the Defense Force were going to give us compensation, they would have done it ages ago. This isn't the respect my brother deserves. You can keep the money. Sometimes No, not just sometimes. Ever since the fall of the old capital, I've always felt that my brother died for nothing, and everything you all fought for was meaningless.
That's not true, Aitana. If it weren't for Maxim and the others who fought beside him, kids like Dante wouldn't even have the freedom to run on the beach today. Of course, after the fall of the old capital, not only did the Defense Force have to cope with heavy losses, but also public criticism for failing to contain the collapse, which continues to this day. The Defense Force has neither provided proper compensation to grieving families, nor upheld the honor of the soldiers who gave their lives. To me, that's a serious failure of duty. I'm sorry. You should have been able to live somewhere better. But there's nothing I can do.
The fact that you still remember your old comrades and come to visit me every year means a lot. I wasn't planning to bring up all this old stuff, but that little troublemaker got me all stirred up again. The past is the past. All we can do is let go of it, right? I still have Dante and his father, after all. I guess it's better to keep looking forward.
Yes, you're right. You still have so many important things in this world.
Yuzuha, sorry about that. I got caught up seeing an old friend and left you all waiting.
Is there something I can help you with?
We actually came to see Dante. Just wanted to ask him about a piece of porcelain he found earlier. Nothing serious.
I see. He did go running off, but I can practically guarantee that he went to the beach. If you're not in a rush, feel free to come and sit down for a bit. He'll come back once he's calmed down.
Thanks, but we'll head down to the beach and check on him. Kids his age often have a lot more on their minds than we might think.
These are often young folks like you visiting. Here we are, boring you with all our ancient sob stories. Please don't say that. We rarely get a chance to learn about what happened during the fall of the old capital. Shame to admit it. I always thought the military families received pensions after the fall. Too many soldiers died defending the old capital. Military, government, intel promised troops fighting against the Hollow Zero received it. See? Look like you want to say something, have more questions for me, go ahead, I'm all ears. And your comrades. Why are you still working for the military? I understand what you're getting at. Doesn't sound happy with Defense Force, do I? Well, sometimes life just drags along and along for the ride. I suppose I'm what you call a useless person. So we'll come to this conversation on the path. Not only that, she got ahead of us and reached the stadium first. What's wrong? Nothing. I want to know more about your comrades. Army unit responsible for the Hollow Zero front lines. We were tasked with receiving the critical supplies from inside the hollows and providing disaster relief alongside the border of Wi-Fi Peninsula and Junis quarters. Supplies are versatile to city survival. Heroes too. Heroes too. Indeed, back then we took pride in running as a battlefield during that little we could do for this city. Don't have any more questions. Well, you should head to the beach and find Dante first. If there's anything else you want to know, I'm sure we'll meet again in the future.
I'm not sure how I feel after hearing all that.
So, Missy Zold used to be a soldier, and it seems like she's been through a lot.
So,
Dante, so this is where you went.
Minato? Yuzuha? What are you doing here?
We came just to ask you about a piece of porcelain you found. Of course, we were also kind of worried about you, so we thought we'd check up on you.
If you wanted to cheer him up, Minato, then you shouldn't have mentioned the first part.
That's just how Minato is. Thanks, you guys. I know Mom is worried. What happened to my uncle still haunts her. She doesn't want to put anyone else in danger or see someone sacrifice themselves and not be respected for it. I know how much Mom's been through. Mrs. Zolda told me that after the fall of the old capital, many military families like ours were left struggling without their main source of support and had to drift from place to place. But I want to join the Defense Force to help make it better. Mom had to let go because she couldn't do anything about it. But I want to change that. I want to make sure they never hurt anyone again.
I'm pretty impressed, Dante. I didn't realize you'd thought about all this so deeply.
It really is a great dream.
Miss Isolde, what are you doing out here? Are you leaving already?
Yes, I just received a call, and someone from Porsalumex wants to meet with me. They're probably trying to probe the military's position again. I'd better head back quickly. Your mom is worried about you. If you aren't really mad at her, then you should head back soon.
Yeah, I know. By the way, Yuzuha, what was it you wanted to ask about the piece of porcelain?
Do you remember this? Where did you get it from?
Oh, that? I caught it when I was fishing from a boat 3 days ago. It was near that small reef island about 3 kilometers from shore. I was out there for a while and saw the shard drifting from the direction of the hollow.
If I'm not mistaken, this looks like a shard of an Obscura. Was it made in Waifei Peninsula? I think I get why you came to Sailoon Bay now. You don't need to explain further. There are some things I'd prefer not to know.
Thank you for your understanding.
I've got a question. Why would an Obscura shard drift out from the hollow in the first place?
Oh, Lemnian Island is actually connected to several water systems, and there are even underground rivers. This shard probably fell into the water and got swept out with the current. But since the hollow covers such a huge area, it'd be hard to pinpoint exactly where it drifted from.
Let's have Fairy map out all the nearby hollow exits later. But figuring out exactly which one the Obscura shard came from might still take some time.
There is actually a way to calculate where it came from. By the way, Dante, since your mom doesn't want you playing with a Denny gun, and it keeps breaking anyway, why don't you sell it to me? You can use the money to buy a new toy instead.
I mean, sure, I guess. But, Miss Isolde, what do you want a Denny gun for?
It might come in handy for these older folks. Here, Mr. Weiss, take it.
Miss Isolde, what are we supposed to...
Raise the gun and fire a shot far out toward the sea, in a direction perpendicular to the shoreline.
Look! The toy Denny you fired is floating on the water!
Start timing it now. After a while, it will drift back to shore. But due to the combined effects of the hollow's changing tides and the wind, it won't come directly back. It'll drift off course. Let me check today's hollow activity report. It's almost the same as it was the morning of 3 days ago. Plus, the wind speed in the area stays pretty stable during this season, so the conditions should be relatively equivalent. The toy Denny has about the same density as the Obscura shard, so once we measure where and when the Denny washes ashore, we can calculate the water's flow and work backwards to find the hollow's exit.
Wow. I'm not sure if I completely understand, but it sounds like we're pretty lucky.
It's probably thanks to Yuzuha. She's always crazy lucky. Like, if it's raining and she forgot her umbrella, it would always stop by the time school's out. And once, she somehow got an extra bottle of soda every time she bought one from the machine for an entire month. Maybe that piece of porcelain drifted out of the hollow just because Yuzuha needed it.
What's up, Monato? What's with the,
No, it's nothing.
No way! You definitely have something on your mind. Out with it! 3, 2, 1!
It's nothing, really. I just suddenly remembered your last name.
Miss Ukinami's last name?
Oh, right. It's different from Dad's surname, Lee. He said it'd sound way too weird if I were named Lee Yuzuha. he wouldn't be able to forgive himself for giving a kid such a ridiculous name. So he gave me a name based on my own story instead.
Mr. Lee sounds like quite the interesting person.
So, Ukinami is a surname based on your history?
That's right. I drifted in from the sea, and my dad found me on the beach here in Sailoom Bay. Hence, Ukinami, floating on the waves.
I see. So, were you in a shipwreck before that?
No. Didn't you know? There's actually a dragon palace inside the Lemnian Hollow. And I'm the princess. Every day, I lived happily under the care of my loyal retainers. But one day, a lost traveler wandered into the palace and told me all about the human world beyond its walls. I decided to leave with him on a whim. But once I arrived in the human world, I forgot where the Dragon Palace was and ended up becoming what you all call an orphan.
That kind of sounds like a Lemnian Hollow version of some old legend or folktale.
Not kinda sounds like. It is one.
Oh, come on. Just because you've heard me tell this story before doesn't mean you have to ruin the moment like that. Still, it is kind of amazing. The tide always seems to carry all sorts of things to this beach. Me, that Obscura shard, we both ended up here the same way.
As you...
Phew. We finally managed to calculate it. I've nearly forgotten everything I learned about terrain analysis in the military after not using it for so many years.
Thank you for your insights, Mrs. Zold. You've been a great help.
No need to thank me. Miss Tynefield, you look much more lively than back at the banquet. Seems being around someone your own age really does make a difference. Of yourselves?
All right. Since we've pinpointed where the Obscura floated out of the hollow, how about we head in and take a look?
Great idea. There's still some time before nightfall. Even just scouting ahead a little would be good.
Miss Yuzuha, are you going into the hollow? Then take our boat. Mello and Ayuba would be happy to help out however they can.
This is a ship. It isn't big, but she's steady on the... Oh my god, that's a lot of text.
Ah, there it is. There's a drainage pipe up ahead. We're on the right track.
The higher we go up the mountain, the more pipes are buried underground. It's becoming harder to spot them.
Sorry. Fairy can roughly estimate the direction of the pipes, but due to limited holo data of this area, we can't pinpoint their exact locations. Wise, we've cleared out loads of miasma along the way. Are you still holding up okay?
Don't worry, I'm fine.
This place is some distance from the industrial port where Porcelain is made, and it's really well hidden.
According to the records, there used to be a materials lab around here that was shut down years ago. It seems the ether concentration in the area remained stable and within safe limits, at least until the miasma started increasing. Due to its advanced facilities, the materials lab once had long-term researchers stationed there, and scholars were often invited to visit as well.
What if the lab was never actually shut down? And it was instead turned into an illegal porcelain production facility?
Sounds like something Porcelumex would do. All right, let's keep heading upstream.
Let's move then.
Please be aware of ether activity units.
We've been walking forever. We should have run into some enemies by now.
You actually sound kind of excited about it, Monato.
I mean, when you're fighting.
Anna, his Rakabi. Yeah, everyone, since we don't have any leads on the water, we should check out where it's tire track. It looks fun. Might be visible anymore, try using it inside too.
We should be able to sniff out some clues around here with our tech.
The tracks lead right up to here.
Alright, there's some of these little tracks. The tracks don't fade easily. But they are bringing stuff in or taking stuff out. Are they? Drawing completed. So, something I unlocked. Look here. You see these deep wheel tracks? That means they must have been holding something heavy. We're gonna go around, drive up ahead. Hey, Wise, take action card. Might come in handy. Alright.
Let's look around and see if there are any other tracks. Watch out! More ethereals have appeared.
More than the ethereals, I'm curious to see if that door up ahead can be opened.
So if you notice, please give me your access code. So the one you picked up. Oh good, you're locked now. That's sorry, info, the device that you now. Please verify your identity and return its address to block. Yeah, that's it. Don't worry, Bang Boo works. Right, okay, but kind of you done. Very relaxing. Oh, I see you.
It's open. Let's go. More tire tracks here. We're definitely heading in the right direction.
Yeah. The miasma around here is getting pretty thick. And there are more monsters, too. Your weakness has been exposed.
They were hauling stuff around in a place like this? That's just begging for trouble. Though we're not exactly in a much better spot ourselves.
What?
Road ends ahead.
Huh? It ends? More monsters.
Let's wipe them out, Ace, and see what clues we can dig up around here. There might be a passage behind that miasma.
Score one for me.
Let's check out what's behind that miasma.
Zone but current device connection of launch system. The torch transfer. Must be the outer package from whatever they were shipping. Great, just other questions earlier. Territory stuff. Oh, it's fun. Very light. So how does it use such deep track? The rock says, does that mean there are the tracks with the ship? label. These boxes, hollow that are using big boxes and other. Let's check out those.
Is this really as far as we can go? This can't be right. It's not like me to have such bad luck.
Don't worry, everyone. We may not have cracked the elevator's passcode, but Fairy and I checked the terrain nearby. The cliff behind us isn't that steep. There's definitely a way to get over the cliff, but it'll take a bit of time to figure out the best route. And none of us brought proper climbing gear.
In that case, let's head back for today. It's getting dark.
Yeah, the hollow gets even more dangerous at night. Best not to stick around. Let's get ready to head back. Time to go, my lady. Milady! Ah! You scared me! You're the one who scared me! Why were you just standing there, zoning out like that?
It's just that... I just felt that label on the crate looked oddly familiar. Like, I've seen it somewhere before.
Any idea when you might have seen it?
It should have been pretty recent, but nothing else is coming to mind at the moment. My apologies for the delay. Let's leave the hollow as soon as we can. We finally made it back to Phylum Heights. It's already dark now.
Everyone, good work today.
I was planning to tease the princess about her lack of stamina, but looking at you now, there's no point. Since there's nothing more we can do today, let's just call it